Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today, for my friend Arthur, we're going to open up a box of Jalara 2nd edition from Genesis. Of course, the Kickstarter has just ended recently. It was a phenomenal raising of money for this game to move to their next step. Let's take a look at some of the cards in the set. Let's talk about things to expect, I think, post Kickstarter. Arthur, I'm also going to throw in this Kitchen Table TCG Compete Sport promo that we had from our thing. This one is signed by Damien, I think that's how you pronounce it. So pretty cool. That is Kitchen Table TCG. Of course, you get George's Hawaiian shirt and my backwards hat on one of their more competitive heroes. And of course, we've got the pizza playmat, which is not supposed to be a pizza. It's supposed to be an arena, but a lot of people made jokes that it looks like a pizza. So that's funny too. And we can handle jokes. Okay, let's go in to Jalara. I'm going to use my Sharpie here because my knife is back in my shipping room as I'm going to just butcher this box. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm really excited to crack these boxes. You know, these have like 1 or 2 foils in the entire box, and it's always super fun when you pop it, when you hit it. So Jalara 2nd edition. For those of you who don't know, 2nd edition Jalara is different than Welcome to Jalara, which was, I don't think I have a box up here. Oh, I do. It was different than the Welcome to Jalara. What they did is Jalara 2nd edition. This is a Welcome to Jalara box. Jalara 2nd edition is not necessarily the same cards in Welcome to Jalara. Jalara 2nd edition is just a bunch of the cards that are needed to play the game reprinted in 2nd edition to make sure that the game is easily accessible for people. So you're gonna when we're opening this, we're gonna have a couple commons. 1, 2, 3, 4 commons, and then we have our uncommon. Remember Sandstorm? This was so cool when you guys remember playing in the thing. Go watch my gameplay videos of this game. It is so much fun. You're moving around on the hexagon, that's not a hexagon, on the square grid. You're moving, you know, your character can see, or you know, whatever it is, your not BC, your oh, we got an epic. Perfect. I was completely butchering the name of things. So you have this is where you can see, right, from your hero, you can see directly in front of this person 2 spaces. This spell can see that way. That's our first epic in pack 1. That is awesome. Look at that, an epic card. All right, here we go. Let's organize our piles here. And then of course you do have your human soothsayer, Nubia. So really cool. And then you get a couple rares, I think 2 rares per pack. So they're doing a really good job of making the cards easily accessible to anybody who needs them or wants them. But then at the end of the day, they're making these foils very, very difficult to get. The collectability in this game is going to be hit heavily on the foils. So common. We've got the Oten. The artwork's pretty cool. It's kind of more video game animated like. And Forked Lightning, that was another really cool card to see play, right? So because you have this grid system, it affects, you know, it kind of goes into 3 different areas. It kind of forks. Gosh, it plays a lot like a board game. Idris. It plays a lot like a board game, which in my opinion makes it super accessible to new players. I hear a lot of patrons who picked up the Welcome to Jalara Learn How to Play kit. I hear a lot from patrons who say that they think that that their wives or their friends, where it was easy to teach their friends and wives, and they were more interested because it felt more like a board game than like a traditional TCG. I think there's definitely something to that. The Air Pillar, cool little advertisement for their Patreon too. They have really cool they give rewards from like old promos and stuff. It's pretty cool. Angel Retribution. So yeah, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about this game. You've heard me see this game. Now the question, in my opinion, is going to be, what do they do post Kickstarter? I think the Kickstarter was a really great way to, honestly, I think Kickstarter is like a free advertisement. It's almost like being paid to advertise. Here we go. We got Coon. This deck was really cool to see play. They're flying over top of everybody. you're gonna see the question now is, what do they do post Kickstarter? How do they continue to build the hype? Not necessarily hype. How do they continue to build the relationships with their consumers as well as with local game stores? They got to fix this stuff. Look at that. Ugh. They got to fix the print quality. I think they said that they are using better paper here in this next Kickstarter printing of Origins, which is gonna be super cool to see. Raha. Yeah, because no one likes to see that. Ugh, that's gross. Nobody likes to see it. So what we got here? Let's talk about a few things. We'll talk about the cards in here in a minute. Let's talk about what they need to do post Kickstarter. They need to continue to build relationships with distribution and with stores, especially stores that are going to run events and host things and be excited about it. They do have like an organized play kit, so getting that in the hands of some of these stores that backed on the Kickstarter, now they have all these relationships from the Kickstarter where they have contact information of stores that are interested in carrying their game, and I think that's massive. Searing Light, that's cool artwork. They have contact information of those stores. They have relationships with those stores. They're going to be shipping products to those stores. So this is what I'm talking about with like free advertising of Kickstarter, where not only did consumers pick up the product, but now stores have another epic. Gosh, look at that. Look at that full. So this epic, again, this is a extended art of a bolt shot, which we saw bolt shot earlier. I can't remember if it was a common or an uncommon, but the epics are simply like full art versions of other cards, or alt art versions of other cards. I think that's really cool too, because again, you're not pricing anybody out of the game. There's such a good dynamic there, and then your kind of collectible aspect of the game, or your investment side aspect of the game, is in those epics, and specifically again in the foils if we hit one here. So now they have all these relationships with stores, and now the question is how to... we got a foil. All right, no more talking about the stores. Nobody cares. Here we go. We got foils. We got foils. We got foils. The Instill... an uncommon foil is pretty good. Instill Vigor. All right, so like you guys have heard me say I don't love full foiling like that, but what I will say is that they're so rare that it's still super fun. It's kind of like this blinding like excitement, and because of the rarity and like that not every pack has one, it's only 1 or 2 per box, it's still really, really cool. And it does remind me of like the old Magic the Gathering foils, which is kind of cool. It's definitely shinier. Look at that. It's like super rainbow hollow foil. It's like, I love these. If these were in every pack, I wouldn't think they were that special, but because they're so hard to pull, it makes it really special. Completing a full set of these is something that I really want to do. And I really need to get on. That's like, I don't know, a couple months ago when I was looking at these, that was like probably a $40 to $50, even up to a $60 card on the Discord servers. Just like any uncommon, common, rare, like it didn't even have to be super specific. Like that's the hit of the box, those. And if you get 2 of them, it's like a super hit. It'll pay for your box. So, yeah. Anyway, so now they have these relationships with these LGSs and with these stores. And so now the question is, okay, so there's the regular bolt shot and rare, and then you have the extended, the better kind of extended art. That's kind of cool, those epics. So now the question again is, what do they do from here? And I think building relationships and getting organized play kits to those stores and continuing to call and be in contact with those stores is super important. And they're doing that, and they're going to do that, and they have shown a track record of doing that in the past and being invested in that. I mean, look at Assad or Sid, or Sid's been on my channel like 3 times. Like, he's invested in the idea of putting the work in to growing his game, and I think that's really good, and it allows him to scale appropriately and not overly like rapidly. I think the scaling is going to be really interesting to watch, and really good to watch here over the next couple weeks and months, probably over the next year, I would say. It'll be really interesting to see how these stores interact with the game, and do they run events, and do they do things. We are going to start doing, I'm trying to figure it out, but we are going to start doing some tabletop simulator events in the Kitchen Table TCG Discord. So that'll be super cool. But then, of course, they have the free Learn to Play events on Sunday nights. So if you're looking to play, there's really no excuse. Like, you can hop in and get to know this game pretty easily. And the tabletop simulator, it's like $5 and then it's free, and it's a great way to hop in and learn. Arthur, this box is, I mean, you got a foil, you got 2 epics. I think that's pretty good. I think you usually get 3, so we're hoping for another epic here. And I think we can potentially get 2 foils. That would be ideal. You got lots of super playable cards. Sandstorm's really good. Of course, you've got your heroes that you can start building some decks. Chrono Walker. I really love the different deck building strategies that you got to see. Again, go watch the gameplay video of people who actually know what they're talking about. I have, you know, I'm no expert at TCGs. I can pick them up and play them and figure out, is it kind of fun or is it exciting? Ugh, I hate they got to get a better printer. That's everyone's biggest concern with and this printing was worse than most of the printings. That's everyone's biggest concern with Genesis, is will they be able to increase their print quality? And you know, Sid said, hey, look, the printer said that we can come and be in the facility the entire time they're printing to do quality control. So he's working on it. He is aware of it. He has heard the community's feedback. He's responded, you know, appropriately. Oh gosh, look at that artwork. That's pretty cool. Instill vigor. The art direction on this game is interesting. It feels a little bit more like a video game. Like the artwork is a little more video game feely than like it's almost like a classic Magic the Gathering art meets like animated video game. It's pretty cool. It does take a second or two to like grasp it in your head. And then you're like in that world, especially like if you're like me and you're like always into all these other games and seeing everything, like getting into the world is, but once you're there, like it just makes sense. Pretty cool. Yeah, we got Kendra. Oh, man, Arthur, your piles are going to be all sorts of messed up, my friend. Sorry. So yeah, the grid-based system, certainly an interesting way to go, and I think it opens up the game again. Like my wife has been interested in learning how to play this one just from seeing me play it with Robbie a few times. She's like, oh, there's that a new board game, and she likes playing board games. She doesn't like playing TCGs. So she's like, oh, is that a new board game? And I was like, no, it's a card game. She's like, oh, that's interesting. It's just, I feel like for people who have never played TCGs, it's easier for them to understand what's happening because there's movement on the board. And in TCGs, you know, typically you don't have that movement, so it's just harder for people to grasp it. And I think that really opens up Genesis as like a pretty easy to teach and learn game. So that's a huge strength. All right, Arthur, let's get you another epic and another foil here, because those foils, man, those foils all day. Hey, if you're looking for Genesis product, I do have some on my website. It is back in stock at distribution. So go to cavdainsmarket.com. If you're, oh, there's an epic. Cavdains, I'll leave links in the comment section. The Necro Lich. Yeah, so cool. I can't remember. I know some of them are full art. Some of them must just be alt art, because that one's not full art. We'll have to look for Necro Lich to see if we pull a Necro Lich again. I really got to learn these packs. It's just like, you know, I think I opened 8 boxes of this, but it was like before I really knew the product. I was just like learning it, and that was like a long time ago when we were first doing the bundles. So that was a long time ago. Erica, I've not played Erica. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing she conjures a bunch of beasts. There we go. All right, Arthur, this was a pretty good box. You got your 3 epics, and now we're just hunting for a lucky second foil. I feel like the pull rate of foils was 1 in 20 packs, but I could be projecting that from Flesh and Blood, honestly, for other pull rates. So yeah, last kind of conversation piece here. I don't think you're going to see another Kickstarter for Genesis. I think you're going to just continue to see them now push out, you know, the new sets directly to the LGSs that they now have relationships with. I think this is a new world, and they are doing some cool things to advertise, and they're being creative in their ways of getting their product now into the hands of people. It's pretty popular over in Canada. I've heard of some other people in Europe playing. And so now these LGSs, another epic. There we go. Subjugation Strike. So that one looks like an alt art. Yeah, I don't know. We'll learn. We'll learn together as we go. Somebody in the comment section will tell us, I'm sure. Yeah, so like now I think that's time for them to build those relationships. So, all right, last chance for a holo. Arthur, thank you so much for grabbing a box of Genesis for me to open and enjoy with you on stream and talk about the game a little bit. I'm sure that you backed the campaign, so good luck with your polls and origins. Oh, no double foil, but you did get another Erica and a meteorite. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you like the foiling? Do you not? Let's just start. Do you like the foiling? Do you not? What do you think about the epics? You know, the epics. I really like Bolt Shot epic. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we will see you again next video.